So remember, this violence has been going on for about 21 days. Israel claims that it is only retaliating, but some would of course say that what Israel has been doing in the last 21 days, having cut off water, food, electricity supplies, and also having bombed the Palestinian territory with 2.3 million innocent civilians, goes well beyond any proportionality of self-defense. Now, the relentless bombardment has not stopped. It has already claimed over 7,700 lives. More than 3,000 people have been bombed in this conflict are young, innocent children who've got nothing to do with the politics. Many of them perhaps are not even aware that they are Palestinian, that they've been bombed and their lives have been snuffed out. Now, people across the globe have come out in protest against the Israeli action. People are calling for an immediate ceasefire, and they're calling for humanitarian aid to be taken into the Gaza Strip. The protests have, of course, taken the form of vigils, of marches, of sit-down protests in places as far away as New York, Wellington, West Bank, Beirut, Jakarta and Karachi. They've all witnessed people come out in solidarity with the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. Now remember, the United States of America, the political leadership there has continuously backed Israel to the hilt. And although it is the Israelis who seem to be pulling the trigger, the weapons and the logistics of getting the weapons there is all being arranged for by the Americans. And the weapons and the bombs that you are looking at that are falling on the hapless Palestinians at this moment are all made in America. But the people in America do not agree with the stand of the government. The police in New York had to arrest several protesters who are demanding for an immediate ceasefire, and they're also calling for an immediate end to this war. Now, these protesters, many of them happened to be Jews. They flooded the Grand Central Station. The protest was organized by a Jewish group, and the Jews in America are coming out and saying that this killing of thousands of innocent Palestinians that the state of Israel is perpetrating with the backing of Americans cannot happen in their name. The Jews are saying that this violence is not in their name. On the other side of the globe, in New Zealand's capital, several people marched on the streets. They unfurled the Palestinian flag and they marched to ask for a free Palestine. And people in the West Bank also took to the streets to protest for the Gazans who remain in complete state of blackout, as the Israeli authorities have shut down internet and other basic supplies into the Gaza Strip. And hundreds of people in Lebanon's capital, Beirut, also staged a protest against the persistent Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip.
نحن لا شك نحن في المعركة، نحن في هذا الحرب مع غزة، إنما التكتيكات كيف نذهب إلى المواجهة هذه متروكة لقيادة حزب الله ولا قيادة البلاد.
And hundreds, in fact, rallied to express their solidarity with the Palestinians. The militant group Hezbollah has actively supported Hamas in its resistance to fight the Israeli occupation. And in Karachi, protesters staged demonstrations and also attempted to march towards the American consulate. They went on to burn American and Israeli flags and chanted slogans of "Down with Israel" and "Down with the United States." And people in Jakarta also took out protest marches expressing anger towards the Israeli authorities, and they demanded for a stop to Israel's incessant attacks on the Gaza Strip, with no distinction for civilians and children. Because remember, that is the crux of what is happening. It is innocent civilians, children, women who are getting killed in this campaign of relentless bombing that Israel has resorted to. And the images that are being beamed out of Gaza have now made this war extremely popular, and even European nations that were earlier backing the Israelis to the hilt are now expressing their doubts about the tactics that have been employed by the Israelis. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.